3.6.1 said, Andrew, check out Tamara Rose TikTok channel, then come back live.
I blocked that account because they
still in here.
There's like a few of those Tamara Rose accounts. I think they're like streaming me right now on their account. That's why I have like people in here. But the Tamara Rose account, at least one of them, I think had contacted me before, and it was a lot of accusations without viable proof, and I just don't want to deal with the craziness. It was too much. But basically, they're pissed that
I need someone to get me some propane.
But Tammy,
okay,
Tammy, I appreciate you coming on and speaking your piece.
Okay, thank you.
We never anything we say, we don't want you to take it at face value. Any of you on here, we want you to check it out. You guys come to your own conclusions.
And you guys, listen, I'm out back outside. I couldn't talk inside the shop. I'm at U-Haul. And I have tried to explain the things that I could possibly be hiding. Have I been an alcoholic? Yes. Was I ever an addict? Yes. It took me years and years and years to get my life back together. I have never, ever, ever denied any of that. Have I been perfect? No.
Me neither.
Have I done things that I'm not proud of? Yes. And I've admitted to everything. I have that. There's a member of my family that does not want to be spoken about. It's a child. I have a son who asked me to please do not bring me into this mess. I choose not to bring his name into this. They continue to bring this into this.
Someone said, what's your husband's boss's name? Why the fuck would I ever tell anybody that information online?
They've called my son's work.
And get my husband fired?
They've called my son's job.
Somebody else said, what's the difference between you and Rich asking for stuff? Because when we got to a stable point and my husband got a better job, we stopped asking you for money. And when you tried to give us money, we said, we don't need it anymore, help someone else. That's the fucking difference.
There are times when people need help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. No, nothing wrong with asking for help. None whatsoever.
Hey, Tammy,
but there's times of time when, you know what, when you get so much help and you've get so many opportunities to get on your feet and you refuse to use those resources that were given to you and you don't try to get on your feet, then there's a problem.
Agreed.
Who cares if she vapes? You guys are just digging too far. In my opinion, that's just digging too far. Who cares?
This is what I'm talking about. If y'all want to bring up something that she's really done to scam people, bring it up. But the fact that she's not traveling, she's vaping, I don't give a fuck about that. That doesn't matter.
What have I done?
What is this?
By the way, what we spent on the Best Western, I don't know if y'all can see it.
Yes.
Right there, on our for our friend Christy.
Hold on, it's reversed.
We fucking paid for it.
Everyone helped us get there, but
y'all, no, we didn't pay you. We forked out $100. You guys pay for the rest.
Why is it reversed?
Best Western right there, buddy.
Also, you guys went and picked her up and took her there and made sure she was good and got her food.
I was going to say, no, she lies about vaping. Whether I lie about vaping or what I do, I'm a grown adult. I can do what I want. It is none of your business. It's the fact that you think you have the right to ask me what I do.
Okay, Lance, well, guess what? You don't have to fucking watch us anymore.
Tell him, Tammy.
Seems like we're calling the kettle black. My husband has a job. If you ever think you could compare Rich and Sailor to me and Andrew, that is honestly the most heinous thing you could ever say to me.
We turn down funds on here. People try to give us money.
Comparing me and Andrew to Rich and Sailor, first of all, my husband showers on a regular basis, and he doesn't have food spewing out of his mouth on live stream. So please don't insult me.
Stop.
Oh yeah, I've also been told you need to cook. You need to cook during your live stream and eat. And I do, and they make fun of me. That's disgusting. I've been told I'm disgusting because of the clothes I wear. I'm disgusting if I eat on live. Everything about me, nothing I do is right. Nothing.
Thank you for the heart, me.
Tammy, you have to stop giving so many fucks, though.
Yeah, you have to stop.
You have to stop caring so much. Like
I try to let that go.
This thing, wicked. Thank you.
This has been going on for 2 years.
Church window.
Yeah, but I know. But listen, Tammy, you got to, I mean, think about it. You just have to stop giving any
Wicked,
fucks.
thank you.
That's the way you're able to have peace in your heart, is to not give any fucks. Like,
Trying.
You have to not care. If
I'm trying.
Well, here's the thing.
If you've done nothing wrong, give no fucks.
Here's the thing. Carol, thank you.
I mean, I got complete peace in my heart. I don't give a fuck.
You, listen, that is the name, at the end of the day, that is the name of the game, Tammy. If you're going to be on a public platform with all of the good and the good attention you get, there is going to be equally a negative attention.
On the flip side, if you are guilty and if you're fucking shady, then yes, then you should feel shitty. But if you've not, then don't give any fucks. And I'm not saying you are by any means. I'm just saying you can't give a fuck when these people.
Coco, thank you for the tiny dinies.
A lot of people care what people think. You can't care what people think, especially if you're going to be online. You can't care.
I understand. I try to take everyone's advice and just.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Tammy. I kind of believe you, but I'm gonna check you out. But I kind of believe you.
Dreamcatcher says, "I met Sailor, spent time with her out in Slab City last winter." Well, if you have anything to add to it.
So what'd they say, Dreamcatcher? Did they say yay or nay?
I don't know.
Move your foot, Chewy. Yeah. Oh, and me and I.
Thank you for the snowflake things.
Jenny says we love you, Tammy.
She's not about nefarious shit.
All right.
The fact I abused my dog, he is.
Our pups, Beth.
We don't think you abuse your dog.
I love Chewy. I do.
We don't think you do that.
I do everything in my dog. I don't. I can't. That just drives me
She
crazy.
is not lying about her relationship with Richard. I already asked that, and she admitted that yes, they do talk. That's her business, though. That was just my test question, Tammy. I was just seeing if you'd be honest about it, and you were.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was.
Yes, I do talk to Richard. I do talk. I've known Richard. He's been on this app for a while, and I check. I make sure people are okay. I make sure that they're safe, and I don't want any harm to come to anybody.
Agreed.
But I do get other people's side of this. When you've been offered and given so many opportunities and so many things given and given and given, and you do nothing with the resources that are given. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Well, what if she's meeting up with them soon? She's already met up with them. I watched it.
I met up with Richard and Sailor a year ago. Yes, I met up with them a year. Well, Richard first, and then Sailor came behind the next day. And we sat in our vans as it poured down rain. I did not get to spend any time with them. We sat in each other's vans. That was it.
Yeah. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean,
I'd rather use my personal judgment if I'm going to, say somebody's doing this or someone's doing that. I'm gonna meet them in person.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: what's happening to me? Listen. This is not even. I'm not exaggerating. I have people following me, threatening my family, posting my minor grandchildren on their live streams.
That's
my grandchildren were on New Year's Eve. My oldest grandson, who's 20, my 16-year-old granddaughter, who are heartbroken, went up to this place called The View. They were carjacked by pew-pews. They're telling people it's all a lie. It's all a lie.
Yeah.
They crashed their car because they're intoxicated. Wow. Unbelievable. All a lie. That was a lie.
I got you.
This just says how horrible people we are. We're going to lie about something like that.
All right, who else we got on the live
Yeah,
here?
we have other people. Let's give some other people a chance, Tammy. Let's hear what they have to say. But we got to let them say their piece,
Let's talk.
Let's hear it.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm going to stick to facts.
Great.
First of all, I have watched you, and you've never asked for anything. You've never begged. You went through that tragedy that you guys went through, and you still didn't ask for anything. So you are not beggars. Tammy, on the other hand, I'm going to give you the timeline of that Starlink. First of all, she begged and pleaded that she was in so much danger. You can go back to Tamara Rose's videos that she has posted about how bad it was and that she had to get out of her domestic violence, and the whole David Ross was coming after her, which was all pathetic, a lie to say the least. She was given, and there's people in your live right now that can verify that they gave her money for that. She got.
Oh, okay. I'm going to stop you right there. I never once mentioned this man's name. Tamara Rose did. Never once. And the fact that this man spent 7 years of his life for racist terroristic threats, and he had go look up his record.
Okay, all right.
Go look up. I have every right. Once you sent this man after me and let him know where I'm at, yes.
Tammy,
let her.
It's not Tammy. Go back over to your leader. Go back over to your leader and lie some more. Yes,
Kyla, mute everybody that's not supposed to be up here. Mute everybody, Kyla.
let me have a minute, and you can have your.
Yeah, you've had for a minute to spew your lies.
Look, your daughter's in here, and your daughter's also been on Tamara Rose's live at the same time.
Tammy, I'm gonna mute you so she can finish. I know you're upset, but we need to let her finish.
And I'm only going to give you 100% facts because that's how my life is.
Okay.
David was actually in a box the same time that Whitney, her daughter, was, and told a story about how he was 19 and she was 29 when they were together, and how the story really went with her, and she was more abusive than he was. There was never domestic violence. He even went on to say how she abused her son. He didn't. The whole, I mean, this is all taped. So, you know, everything I'm telling you is fact. Okay. You can go back and watch it. And Whitney didn't deny any of it. They had an abusive back and forth relationship, but it was no more abuse him on her than it was her on him. He was actually 2 years old in a high chair when she left welts on him. And we're talking about Mike. And he ended up leaving her, sent her shopping at Christmas with $400. Like I said, this is all videoed. While she was gone, the neighborhood helped him pack a U-Haul and get away from her. That's how bad it was. It's all taped.
Wait, was this back when she was using? She did admit that she used to use.
He used to have to go to Mexico and make trips to buy her. Yeah, absolutely. He was only 19, 20, 21 years old, and she was 10 years older than her. Okay. But my point was, this was the domestic violence she was talking about when she was begging for that Starlink.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to understand. You're saying that the DV was mutual or one-sided?
No.
Okay, so it was more of a mutual thing.
It was never abused the way she put it out, like he was doing something to her and she had to get it.
Tammy, we'll let you back up. I know you're grinding your gears here, but we got to let other people discuss this. All right, continue.
Okay, because that actually is just to give you the timeline. I'm just explaining the Starlink. Okay, so she did that, cried her eyes out to collect this money, collected the money for the Starlink. I won't even go into that whole, and like I said, Whitney was on there. It's all tape recorded, so it's not like I'm telling you a story. You can go watch the video.
Okay.
Gets the money for it. July 22nd, she goes to Best Buy, buys it. Okay, so she buys it, brings it back. Another video. This is one thing good about Tamara Rose. She actually wanted to come up here, but you did block her. She never messaged you. But maybe another account.
There's a lot of accounts like that, so I don't remember who it was. There was definitely some type of account that was like sending me crazy shit. So I don't know. Yeah.
So she also has this guy named Tyler who says 6 accounts from her was sent by her. She's never messaged anybody. So you blocked her because she went to actually check you out the other day or today, I believe. When she found out that Tammy was doing this and she couldn't find you. That's how she had never seen she didn't even know who you were.
Okay.
So she's streaming you right now, not really streaming you. She's not putting you on video. That's how I knew you were here. So I jumped out of hers to come over here.
I don't care if other people stream my live or whatever.
She's not showing you or nothing. She's just listening to it. Okay. That's how we knew this was going on. Somebody went and told her. She doesn't stream you. She's never watched you. She tried to find you, and that's how she tried to find you. She couldn't find you because you had her blocked. She never even knew who you were. She doesn't stream anybody but Tammy.
Okay.
You're a nobody.
Well, no, you're not a nobody.
I accept that. I accept my fate.
Right.
Moni, stop.
So after the 22nd, she had the Starlink. She showed it. Whitney again comes to the van, her van, and says she's taking Tammy back to the store. They had to buy parts to hook it up. Not to exchange it, nothing, to hook it up.
Okay.
This is all videoed. So Tammy gets offline, they go shopping, whatever, to get parts to hook it up. Nobody says anything about taking it back. Later on, Whitney, so there for a while, Whitney was coming on Tamara's videos because she was playing both sides, and says they took it back because they bought the wrong one. This is later, right? So hear me out on this, kind of follow the timeline. They took it back. They had to exchange it because they bought one for the house, not for the van.
Okay.
Whitney says they took it back. So for about 4 days, Tamara had that Starlink out on the bed.
Okay.
Supposedly, according to Whitney, exchanged it for a different one. Tammy catches wind that Whitney says they exchanged it. Tammy then says on her live, I exchanged it. I took it. I didn't exchange it. I had to take it back, and they had to ship me a new one because they didn't even. I'm supposed to babysit at 12:30. That's why I was so glad you brought me up. I had to send it back, and they had to ship it. Now, if that was truly the case, what Tammy said, she had to ship it, and they had to send her a new one. She wouldn't even have had it for those 4 days. But during those 4 days, she's showing it to people, right?
Okay.
How did that happen if she shipped it back? So for those 4 days that she actually had it out on the bed was the only time she ever showed it. Then later on, she's asking people, her people are going to say, yeah, they seen it. Everybody saw the Starlink, so she refused to show it.
Got it.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so she showed it for those 4 days, but technically it's not even there for those 4 days because she had to take it back and wait for a new one.
Okay.
Then later on, she goes, all right, chat, who saw the new one? And really nobody said nothing. Then there's a gap in the time frame, and like 2 people in the chat said me. Well, everybody's going to say me, right?
Okay.
I mean, a couple of her people would. She never did it. So you have 2 different people, her and her daughter, saying I took it back, got a different one.
Okay.
But in the actual video that we have, she said she had to take her back to get parts to actually hook it up.
Right.
So there's another lie. See how this is the problem with Tammy.
I get it. All right.
Wait,
Yeah.
all of the Starlink?
I have some. No, there's multiple things, but the Starlink thing has been the biggest thing.
That's why I'm
So,
like,
Yes, that's why I'm addressing that.
is there anything else you want to say? Because I'm going to let someone up now.
Yeah, hold on. Let me finish.
Okay.
So Whitney then comes in our thing and she says, when I go to the van, I'm going to show you guys the Starlink.
Got it.
Well, the other day, just a couple days ago, she's in the van and we're like, and she has us on stream. Tamara's live. We're like, show the Starlink. She's like, I'm not going to show you the Starlink. We'll show you it on Thursday. We'll have a Starlink party. This would have been a couple of days ago, Thursday. Well, you would have showed that Starlink if there really was one. So Tammy's whole thing is, I'll show it. I don't have to show you guys anything. You didn't buy it.
Right.
Well, in your chat is a whole lot of people that did buy it. They did purchase that, and she has blocked them for asking about that Starlink.
Okay.
So we don't care whether she vapes and she does because her daughter said she did. She did right in front of Tammy. She's also done it in front of us. We don't care that she has 3 children instead of 2. It's the fact that she goes on there and says, I only have 2. It's the lies. We know what she does. Her daughter says she's on Suboxone. She says she's not. If you're going to be 100% honest, be honest. It's the lies that she does. Here's a good one for you. You know how TickLeap says what you make?
Yeah.
Tammy will be like, I don't make that. I made $32. But the other day she pulls up her TickLeap because she didn't get paid from her other account, and it showed exactly what she made. She showed it to us. So you can go back and show it. It was exactly what she said. But according to Tammy, she's the only one that doesn't make that much. She lies about what it is. It's the lies, and basically it's that. I mean, I could go on and on. Oh, here's one I do want to bring up while I'm on here.
Wait,
it's a Christmas card.
Money to her?
She's going to mail out Christmas cards to all of her subscribers.
Oh, yeah, everyone brought up the Christmas card thing.
Did you donate a bunch of money to her?
I donated to her about 2 years ago. I used to send her gifts and stuff until I caught on to all her lies. And then I stopped. I've never sent her cash, but I have sent her many gifts.
Speaking of vaping, I'm trying to vape. Why'd you put the camera?
Right. Nobody cares about none of that. You're a grown woman. Do what you want. It's the lies. We can see her go off camera. We've got her on video vaping. Who cares? You're a grown woman. I don't care if you do DRU. You know what I mean? Do what you want. It's the lies to the people. But and people show receipts like you guys just did. That's what true peoples do. Like Steph and Clover make a lot of money. Nobody cares. Make all the money you want. Good for you. The more the better. But I do want to say that if you were true transparent, you would show the dog paw print. You would show the, you know what I mean? She's never showed it. She mailed them out starting on December 20th. Not one person's got a Christmas card. Not one person's getting a card. Be honest about it.
Okay, I was confused. I thought people were saying Steph and Clover did the Christmas card thing. I didn't realize you guys meant that.
Steph Clover does things for their subs. She's like, I'm going to make more sub. I was a sub for her one time. And her sub lives, she has one sub live video. It's less than 60 seconds long. It was made last February. She does nothing for her people. She just wants, and all she does is sub. All she wants is money. She's on here for money. She has zero content. Her content is Tamara Rose. If it wasn't for her talking about her stalker, who's not a stalker that lives in Canada, that woman has no content. Now you can drop me down and she can talk all she wants. But those are the facts right now.
Stephen Clover has entered the chat. All right. Thanks for coming up here.
You guys are I've seen
I
you.
appreciate it. All right. Goodbye. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. We have Mindfully up here. Tammy, stick around if you want, sweetheart. Mouthy. I'm going to... What's going on?
First of all, I'm not usually a person who likes to get involved in this kind of stuff, but I wanted to give a little bit of background about myself and how I, if you want to say, found Tammy and how I felt about Tammy when I first met her and why I started saying things to Tammy and what happened with the situation and at what point I stopped watching Tammy. Okay. And I could have watched her even though I was blocked.
And just before you continue, as long as it doesn't get hateful or nasty.
Oh no, I'm not like that.
Give us your timeline and what happened. Thank you.
No, I'm not a hateful person. I'm a person who is, if I have a problem with somebody, I just leave. I mean, I'm not hateful type of person.
Okay.
I have too much peace with myself to do that. So what happened with me was I care a lot about mental health. That's the job that I used to do when I used to work. That's why my name is what it is. I'm all about mental health, and I find it very interesting. I used to do community integration and behavior modification. I like to be around that type of stuff because it interests me, but I care about a lot of people who have problems. And when I went to, and this is nothing bad, everybody in this world, 100% of us have mental health issues. It's just whether we're ready to recognize them or not. Anyways, when I went to Tammy's live, I thought she was a really wonderful person. I thought that she was sweet. I thought that she was neat. I thought that I loved her van. I listened to her story and all that. And I cared about her. I really did care about her. But then she started saying that she only made small amounts. I won't put amount out because I don't remember what it is. And like I said, I am an honest person, but it was a very small amount. And I had learned about Tick Leap. And I saw that month she had made like $3,000. I think it was actually like $3,200. And I remember her.
Let me stop you really quick though. As a content creator, Tick Leap is a great resource to get an estimate of what someone makes. It's not always accurate. It has definitely been a couple $100 off.
But she did say that she verified it.
But it is still an accurate estimate.
She said Tammy verified it.
But I'm just saying it's an accurate estimate. If you're going to use Tick Leap to look people up, it's an estimate. It's not always accurate. But continue.
Right, and it doesn't count her subs either. So, it's like even off her subs, I can't remember at the time, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say she had like 200, and I'm sure she had more at the time. And I was a sub. I was a sub because I cared about her. And I was trying to talk to her. Like I said, I cared about her. I cared about mental health. I loved her van. The content I saw was she had her dog, and yes, her dog was only on a short leash. She did get after her dog a lot. And she didn't really show a lot of love and care to her dog. I mean, she did, like I said, she got after it a lot. And like I said, I saw the mental health because that's what in my head I see, it's just, that's me. I see the mental health in myself. I mean, I'm saying when I have a problem, I work on it. That's why my name is what it is. And so anyways, I cared about her a lot. But when she started telling people that she only made a few $100s and she was asking, and she doesn't directly ask for money. I don't that I know of seen her ask directly for money, but
well, that's good.
She constantly, I don't know what the word is to say, she indirectly asked for money. She constantly
on here it's called dry begging. So you have people that just straight up say, "Oh my God, I'm in dire need, help me." And then there's people where like, "Well, I don't know how I'm going to eat today." That's considered dry begging.
She does both of those.
Okay.
She does both of those, and she was doing them constantly, but she was saying that
Someone said that's called TikTok. Okay, sorry.
It is sometimes. But she was saying that she only made X amount of dollars and it was only a few hundred. And when I said, no, you made XYZ amount, she didn't see it or something because I didn't get blocked then. But before that, I was trying to talk to her, trying to say something to her. I even had messaged her, and I may still even have it. I'm not sure. But anyways, I tried to talk to her because, like I said, I liked her. I didn't want her to mess up what she had. And she was telling people this information when it's freely available for anybody to see the truth.
Right.
And she was saying this stuff, and like I said, I cared. So I tried to talk to her.
It's not a lot.
Like $5.
Yeah.
I tried to say things to her, but she wasn't listening. So then I put up Tick Leap. When I put up Tick Leap, I think about the third time I said it, it was after she started, it was all about the Starlink thing. And I was trying to tell her about, and I was there through the part where the other lady, what she was saying from the start of Starlink all the way through the stalker thing, where Tammy was actually a bigger abuser than the other guy. That was when I got blocked because of the Tick Leap. That's when I started putting the Tick Leap thing in, and I got blocked, and I was a subscriber. But yes, she was blocking a lot of people. I don't care where she spends her money. That's up to her. And like I said, I did care about her. She doesn't really have content except for she has an amazing van. She doesn't have a dog sitting there. She does talk about her problems. And like you said, dry begging and whatever the other thing, that is her content. And then I noticed, like I said, as she was getting stressed because people were saying things to her about what her content did exist of, which was those things, she became very kind of ugly, which I understand. That I would too if people were constantly what she's calling stalking, which was basically like getting after her and going after her because she wasn't telling the truth. I kind of don't blame them because she was not telling the truth. And, it's like if she would not been lying to them, which was, like I said, she was very nice.
So to summarize, I don't want to cut you off, but we have a lot of people to
I understand.
So to summarize, basically, your grievances are she acted like she only had X amount of dollars. Come to find out, she had more, is what you're saying.
She had a lot more. And it's not really a grievance. I just wanted to point out the fact that I understand why the people are saying what they're saying. I understand. I cared about her. I didn't want her to see her mess up what she had. She had an amazing van and, she seemed like a sweet person. But then she kind of messed it up herself and people had a legitimate rights to say what they were saying because
you saw when it turned ugly.
Yeah, I saw when it started turning ugly and why, and she created that mess for herself.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you.
That's all I wanted to say is, she created the mess for herself, and it's sad because she used to be a very sweet lady, and she had an amazing van, and it's sad that it's turned into what it did. And she did block me, and I was a sub. So that's what I wanted to say.
All right, thank you for coming up. All right, Jerry, I'm trying. It says to invite, turn on. Jerry, you got to turn your mic on. Tammy, you're still here. By the way, before Jerry speaks, I am not bullying Tammy. Me and Tammy, up until this point, have been on good terms. I was talking about Rich and Sailor.
We're still on good terms.
Well, that's what I'm saying. After this, I don't know. She's probably gonna hate me, but I'm trying to give everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Well, this is a chance to defend yourself.
So exactly. So, Tammy is in here because me and her were talking for a while. I let her have the floor for a while, and now other people want to come up. So, Jerry, if you would like to speak.
Life is crazy.
Yes, I would. Hi, everybody. Tammy, I'd actually like Tammy to be unmuted, and I would like her to turn her camera around because I want to look her
All
in
right.
the
Well, that's up to her. That's up to her. So I can unmute her if she wants. It says you can invite. Hold on. It says you can invite. Turn on their microphone again. Okay. So I sent her an invite. She can turn her mic on, but like I'm not. Nobody can force her to have her camera on.
No,
and all that I ask you is that you keep it cordial. Keep it. You can say what you want to say, but it needs to be
civil.
Civil.
I'm fine, honey. I want her to know from my heart how I felt.
Okay. So it's up to Tammy if she wants to turn her mic on.
She might be gone, huh?
I think
Tammy,
I invited her to unmute. She has to accept it.
She might not know how to do it. Sometimes she doesn't know how to do things on TikTok.
Neither do I. Andrew's laughing. Andrew's laughing.
I know.
Shut
I'm
up,
like trying
Andrew.
to find buttons and stuff. Oh well, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I gotta say.
Okay.
If she's listening, she might be driving.
She's in here.
All right. I started watching her when I came home in June. I had lost my mother. I've been caring for my mother for 4 years with dementia. I started getting back involved in TikTok. I actually found you guys when y'all were and I had sent y'all $50 with the airport situation.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I just want to remind you. And I started watching Tammy like the other 300 to 400 people that are on Tamara's page. I'm going to speak for them too. I hope I'm not saying anything out of line for anybody.
Thank you, Kelly.
But we all started watching her. We all fell in love with her because we're all about the same age. She played great music. I saw her go for the Starling. Okay. Yeah, the music's great. Everybody's into that. And but then I saw her go for the Starlink. She says I did not donate. Well, let's tell you this. I've subscribed to this woman 3 times under different names. I don't say rude things in her chat and I get blocked. I don't know. Now, sometimes I think she takes words wrong, and that's what I want to tell her, because even watching her recently, some people might be new coming in, and I mean, I watch her every night. The last week, she's been trying to stream between and I'm in Central, so she streams at midnight my time or 11 my time to 3 a.m. Okay? And I've been in every chat she has done. But anyway, back to the Starlink. So I donated $50. I have it on my Cash App. I've got my proof, okay? I don't even care. I didn't even care about the Starlink or anything after that. I just kept watching her and following her. And the more I watched her and followed her, and I have a good judge of character. My mother always said I should have been a detective. And I saw her dry begging. At first I thought, and Tammy, I'm not trying to be rude to you at all. At first I thought, okay, because I watch some people that I know have their own money and don't want anything from their followers, okay? And we give to them just to be kind because they entertain us, okay?
Right. Fair. Fair. Thank you, Sharon.
Dry begging, if all of her people, the things that they have fixed on that van, and I have gone back and looked at her videos, and no, I don't like and I don't share them because I don't like, Tammy, unfortunately, what you're doing.
I have a question. Who are all these people where it says, is Whitney